What's up, guys? This is the Filmtastic4. This time only three. This is a special edition. It's non-movie related. This is the Spotify Wrapped episode. We are Spotify users. We had to do it. Apple Music people, this isn't for you. You can still enjoy. You can still enjoy, but it's not for you. I guess I'll start this one off though. 2023. Oh my gosh! When this dropped, I was so excited.
Me too. I was worried when I got to work and I saw that it came out. I was scared to see who made it. Hello, KB.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. It says I listen to 78 genres.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
have
Now that
83 genres, so same ballpark.
1 second. 1 second. All right. Let's see how many genres. Mine's Jeter the Jedi. I don't think you can see that. It's too bright.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't see it. All right. When is it gonna show? Is it the first thing that comes up?
Second page.
well, yes.
Okay, so 73 genres for me.
All right, so pretty
Mhm.
close, all of us, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Rap was my top. This is my sandwich. I'm trying to hold it so it doesn't go away. But rap, rock, pop, soundtrack made it on there. And
Nice.
R&B. I listen to. I have a whole soundtrack Spotify playlist for all the. I call it movie score track because it's a mixture of soundtrack and scores and all that.
You're gonna have to share that in the
Definitely
link.
will. Definitely
The
will.
links in the description, so us too, and then anyone watching could also check that.
Mm-hmm.
And yours, Khalil?
So I have hip hop, rock, R&B, soul, and alternative R&B.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is rap, rock, indie pop, alternative R&B, and pop.
hmm So we're kind of similar.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like that.
but our
As
top.
you guys can see, I'm a big music fan.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Big music fan.
I have a bunch of records over there, but I don't feel like getting them out.
The only vinyl that I own is Purple Rain.
Nice.
That's one of my
That's a
Nice.
great
favorite albums.
vinyl.
I own that too.
Mm-hmm. And you know, when I have a Purple Rain shirt and I'll wear it pretty frequently. You know how like a few years ago, not even a few years ago, maybe last year, it was the whole trend to wear the Purple Rain shirt, and then everybody's like, "Oh, you so basic, you so this." I ain't like that. I actually listened to the album
I
and
have a
watched the
Purple Rain
movie.
shirt too.
But people used to be, "Oh, you a fake fan?" Blah blah blah. Nah, I'm real around here.
You're the
Mhm.
real one.
Exactly. But they gave me temp. Is it tempeh or just temp? I just let go. There's a whole
Tempeh.
pause button. I'm stupid. It's a pause button.
I
But yeah, they
guess
said
tempeh.
I guess
Oh yeah, I found the pause button. Okay.
I guess I need to pull up to Arizona because we got similar music tastes. That's where it's at.
Mine was San Marcos.
Where's
Mine
that
was
at?
non-existent.
I think it's in
Mm?
Texas.
Where you are? Look at that.
Yeah, because it says the artists that people are listening to: Big X the Plug, Lil Yachty, and Travis Scott. So Texas, because two of those guys are from Texas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even say what artists I got. I got Kid Cudi, Babytron, and Shitty Boys.
Nice.
Have you heard of them?
Kid Cudi, yes.
Kid Cudi and who was the second person?
Babytron.
Yeah, I've heard of him, but not the third person.
But now
Or
that's
third group.
Babytron's group.
Mm.
The Detroit, yeah, Shitty Boys. The name is funny, but the music ain't nothing to laugh about. No, I'm kidding. They be making fun songs too, but I
I
rock with
guess
it.
fun and
It's
funny is very different as well.
it is. But now they got some, it's Detroit music is very not necessarily unconventional, but it's not 100% pleasing to everybody. Cause like when I played it in the car with my mom, she's like, "Ugh, turn this off." But then I'm in the car with my friends, yeah, turn this off, yeah.
Yeah.
So it all depends.
I don't think
Mhm.
moms are references with music.
They're not. But my mom,
Mm.
she has some good taste. I'll give it to her. But modern, younger crowd, no.
Yeah.
She don't know
See,
nothing about no Babytron.
out of anybody in my family, when it comes to music taste, my sister is the closest to diversifying listening because they always hate on me because I'm a big hip hop fan and none of them are. But I'm like, I listen to so much. Like they'll be in the car with me and I'm not playing hip hop because it's not what they like. So I
Yeah.
play alternative or classic rock or something, and they're like, wow, you actually listen to like other things. I'm like,
Like,
I listen to a lot, you
Mhm.
know. I just don't
yeah.
listen to country like y'all,
73
you know.
genres.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why some people think you can only be defined by one genre.
Yeah,
Like,
that's wild. When I see people who just listen to one genre, I'm like, you are,
how do you
which is
survive?
fine, you know, it's fine,
Yeah.
but it's like you are missing out on so much
Mm,
other music.
Like, I cannot survive day by day with only one. Like,
yeah.
when I was growing up for majority of my life, I've been a big music fan. Like, I used to literally go on YouTube and strictly watch music video after music video after music video. But I
Mhm.
was kind of scared to open up about my music taste
Mhm.
because, don't nobody want to be judged.
Mhm.
But then during COVID, I opened up more and got more into pop, more into rock some more. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
okay. And now I'm making tweets like, so where are the people who can listen to Young Jeezy, Lord, Coldplay, this and that? I feel like I'm so different now.
Mhm.
Become my own man. Yeah.
Speaking about families, my sister is a big Drake fan, and I'm not.
Not even his
We
old
I
stuff. Not even the
no,
old stuff.
the old stuff's good. Actually, the old stuff's great.
good?
No, 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 great. But the thing
Yeah,
is, I hate the fact that people call Drake the greatest rapper alive.
he's
Because
not.
he's not even a rapper; he's a pop artist, like
I
borderline
disagree.
rapper. He's great. Like he has some great hits,
He can rap when he wants to.
Yes,
but
definitely.
he can. But to me, he's still nowhere near the greatest rapper alive right now.
Oh no, he's not.
He's
And
the
that's
biggest
that's
artist right
coming
now.
from a Drake
Biggest
fan.
artist, I agree. Best rapper,
Kendrick?
we'll get to that later.
Okay. So how many songs did you play, Jalen?
3,096.
Nice. I have 3,300 and or 3,315.
So I'm a bit conservative with my songs. I have 1,859.
I
Nice.
thought you would have had like 4 million.
Yeah, more than us.
I thought so too, but I think I don't know. Like I listen to a lot of records at home as well, so
Ah, you go the
that
more
Mm,
traditional way. I
yeah,
feel
that
it.
removes a lot from my Spotify experience.
mhm.
I'm not. Hey, realistically, we all need to be like that.
Mhm.
Physical, tangible
Yeah,
items.
man.
Go and put that record on.
Go put your record
You see, I was thinking about singing it, and then I was like, I'll just reference it just by saying it.
on. Always sing it.
All right. And then
Top
what's next?
songs.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't like my first two. Not saying I don't like them.
Mhm.
The first two songs in my top five are soundtrack songs
Mm-hmm.
from Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
Mm-hmm.
They're good, yes, but like, come on, now, not for my top five. But the first one is Peer Pressure, which I did play a lot. I'll give it to him. Second one is Phone Call, which is like 40 seconds, 50 seconds long. So, of
Mm-hmm.
course, I'm like,
Yeah,
dang, this is good. Run it
Mhm.
back. But into some real top three. And also, if you don't know, there's an app called Last FM that tracks your music year round as well. So
mm-hmm.
I can give a more accurate top
Yeah,
five on that. You use Last FM?
yeah.
I'm gonna go to that one so I get my real top five. But strictly Spotify, them first two Eternal Sunshine songs. Number three, Seven by Taylor Swift. I'm gonna be real. I used to play that song like every single time I got off work. It's kind of a banger. It's a sad song, but it's a banger. Number four, Everlong by Foo Fighters.
Mm.
I started to get more
That's a
into rock.
banger.
Yes, I got more into rock music this year, and that was definitely on repeat. But I'm
Mhm.
surprised the Deftones song didn't come up in my top five. But
Mm.
number five, this song called "Cheers, Bitch" by Shitty Boys, which is
I like the title already.
it's
Yes,
a
it
pretty cool song. Check it out.
sounds cool, so I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah.
But my more accurate top five though, I can give that. Where's my screw? They call it scrubbles. Load up tracks. According to them,
Mm-hmm.
my number one song of the year that I played the most times is the Taylor Swift song Seven,
Mm-hmm.
then the Eternal Sunshine songs, then A Gape from If Beale Street Could Talk,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm.
then Time from the Inception soundtrack.
Ooh.
Mm. Hans Zimmer.
Mhm.
That's technically my real top five. But then if you want to get the non-soundtrack top five,
Mhm.
Seven by Taylor Swift, Cheers Bitch by Shitty Boys, Sweet Talk, also by the Shitty Boys, Game Breaker, also by the Shitty Boys, and then Singapore by Ken Carson.
Hmm.
That right there.
Nice.
I never knew I was gonna be a Ken Carson fan. He done got me with that last album. My most streamed album of the year, by the way, because Spotify doesn't do that for some
Yeah.
reason.
Hmm. Yeah, Apple Music does it. It's the only thing that I like
Yeah,
more about Apple
I'll
Music
give it to him.
is they'll show me my top 5 most listened to albums. So I
Yeah,
loved that.
But
But
I don't think
outside of
it's.
that, Spotify's superior. So
Yeah.
they also do top 100 songs too, but y'all not gonna get no more credit, no more.
well, Spotify does too. I mean,
Yeah,
your
they do.
playlist that they make for you is
Oh, that's
your top.
number. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 1 to 100.
don't know why my brain did not piece that together.
Mm. Caleb, do you want to go next?
Yeah. So my number one song, which was surprising, when
Mm.
this album came out, because I like songs here and there. I'm not like a guy who hates on him, but Lil Yachty dropped his album, and the first time I listened to that, I was shook because thinking of Lil Yachty dropping a psychedelic
Mhm.
rock
Yeah.
album
Never.
Yeah.
was not on my radar. So at the beginning of the year, I was like, Lil Yachty has the best album. M.
Mhm.
Night Shyamalan has the best movie. What is 2023? Obviously, that changed. But my number one song was "The Zone" by Lil Yachty. I
Mhm.
played it 193 times. So
Mm.
Dang.
I listened. There was a point where I was listening to it every single day, multiple times a day,
Mhm.
because it's such a good song. Have y'all listened to that song?
No.
I've heard the album. I listened to the album like maybe
Yeah,
three
I've heard
Kh-
some
times.
songs of the
Khalil,
album.
you will really like that song
Okay.
because throughout this album, some really great female vocals, and
Mm.
the female vocals on that is like so damn good.
Mhm.
Off the top
So
of my head,
outside of that, I have The Zone at number one. Let's see, it's collecting a little bit, saying I'm a romantic,
they
Yeah.
said the same thing for
which
me.
which doesn't make sense. I
Yeah,
have
it's not for everyone because you're
mm,
showing love to more than one song.
Mm.
mm, so I have Thank God by Travis Scott at number two.
Mhm.
I have Earth to Sea by M83 at three. Perfect Storm by Inhaler at number four, and Back to the Basics by Big X the Plug at number five.
Mhm.
And Khalil, for sure, you should listen to M83's latest album, Fantasy, and
I
then
need
in
to
dude,
as
it's
well.
so good. And then Inhaler's album, Cuts and Bruises, and they're from the UK. It's actually Bono's son is the main.
Ooh,
Oh
He's the
wow.
lead vocals, and
interesting.
they're one of my favorite bands. They were very high up on my list. I'm not gonna give it away, but
Very interesting.
Perfect Storm and Valentine is so good from that album.
I'll listen to them tonight, just after we finish this and just before watching May December.
Let's
Mhm.
go.
But real quick with the Lil Yachty album, my favorite song off that was "The Ride" with Tizo Touchdown. That
That is a
song.
good song. That's probably my second favorite.
But off the top of my head, I can't remember what the zone is. But if I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Because then that's come out like in that
It
album come
came
out
out
like in
at the
February,
beginning of the year.
like February or January.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a minute for me.
Hmm.
Also, dude, the Black Seminole. That is
Yes,
an
that
insane
towards the
song.
end, that
Dude, when she's just hitting those high notes. Oh my god. Dude, I was seriously there every time I would listen to that after that drop. I'm like, I just shook. I'm like, I can't believe.
Lil
Like,
Yachty.
I can't believe this, you know? Like, and I was like, and he was my number one listen to for a minute, like for half of the year. And I was like, this is insane. Like, because at the same time, I didn't want people to think that I'm just like his number one fan because I do like some of his rap songs because like I grew up on that. Like he got was big when I was in high school, and
Mhm.
he's good, but there as a full albums, I don't think he drops
Like
great
nah.
albums, but he has good songs.
Yes.
But some of his songs, I'm like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
hurt your ears, just because he's not using his voice right. But
Too.
this was like perfect. Like whatever juices he had flowing was just like crazy.
bam, bam, bam. But it's
Yeah,
getting
listen to that album too, Khalil, because it's just so can't even explain it. It's not what you'll be expecting.
at all. But he's getting a little hate now because he mentioned the state of rap right now, and people are scared to break into their own lanes. I don't know if he's heard about that or seen it on Twitter.
I heard about that, and I didn't. There were so many times I wanted to comment, but then I was like, he is one of my most listened to artists. But when it comes to rap, he's not one of the best rappers. So
At
at
all.
the same time, and it's like sometimes you sound terrible, dude. So like you're speaking on this, I could see if Kendrick or Cole was speaking on it,
Ooh.
but you no. But
It's,
still a good artist overall because he
yeah.
dropped one of the best albums I've ever heard. So
But yeah, but I get what he means though. Even if he's not the best candidate to start the movement, the message is the
mhm.
right. It's the right message.
Yeah, because it is true. I mean, there's a lot of artists right now that are big. I'm not going to name names, but I do not like them. Like
Oh, I will. I'm kidding.
one of them being Playboi Carti. I'm probably his biggest hater.
Oh.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
dang. Okay.
I'm
When a
sorry.
whole lot of red drop. I'm sorry, Khalil. You trying to get to your
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
but not when a whole lot of
I
red
will say,
drop.
I will say, his first album is good. I go back to that one a
Yes.
lot, and there's a couple songs on Dilate that I like. Whole
Yes.
lot of red. Don't want it. Don't need it.
When that
I
album
don't like
dropped,
it.
I was his biggest hater. I occasionally look through my past tweets to see me hating on it, and you can see my evolution of me saying, "Man, what is this?" To actually, because the album as a whole, I don't like as a whole, but there
Mhm.
are a handful of songs I'm like, okay,
The song with
it's
Kanye is
growing
my
on
favorite
me.
song. The song with
Go
Kanye
to
and
the
the song with
moon.
and then the song with Kid Cudi. Those are like the only ones I
Metamorphosis. I hate that song. I'm sorry.
like.
Kid Cudi couldn't even save it for me.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that's gonna be really shit.
and I think it's
Hey,
his
you
fans.
listen to it just to do. I want to see your live reaction. Actually,
All
I
right.
I I think it's
on
mostly his fans too.
yes, they were
They're
meat
like, this is the best
riding.
album ever.
They were meat riding
He's the
hard.
best artist ever, and I'm like, shut up, dude. Like,
They made me hate him.
I'm
And I was
sorry, he's one of the worst artists ever. Like, I'm sorry,
yeah.
but if you like Playboi Carti, that is totally fine. Like
That's a
what
bit
you
too
want.
late to say that. I think a bit too late.
Yeah, they're like flaming right now. Just
You've
I'm a
insulted the big
borderline
guy
Playboy
and
Party
his
fan.
family and his bloodline. But then, if you're a fan of him, it's fine.
I'm not gonna completely hate him because he made Location. That's my favorite song by him, and that song is fire.
You cannot hop in my car. But nah, when I heard Magnolia when I was in 8th grade, I
Yeah,
literally
that was a banger.
ascended. I listened to it
That's
like
when I was
5
a
times
Playboi
in a
Carti
row.
fan. That's the thing. There's a lot of artists I don't like now that I did at one point, but
Yeah.
they kind of just fell off.
I think rap is the genre in which I'm the most selective. I'd say.
Mm.
Like it's
Me
been my
too. Me too.
favorite genre for a while. It was actually. I don't think it is anymore. But I feel like I'm very selective with the rap I choose to listen to.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like it just has such a special place in my heart that I really just want to keep that image of the genre in
Mm.
my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm scared to venture into things that I know I'm not going to really like. So I just stick to my basics.
Hmm.
Ah, that's understandable.
Yeah, like compared to my friends, like I think me and you, when it comes to hip hop, will be
Mhm.
more aligned than like me and Jalen, because you were mentioning Ken Carson and some other artists like that.
Opium Gang.
I'm just not a fan. That's just not my type of hip hop.
Yeah, that's
I'm I'm
understandable.
I'm more of a lyrical
Mhm.
listener, like Freddie Gibbs, JID, Benny the Butcher, than like the older guys.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
more J. Cole, Kendrick, like that's more me when it comes to hip hop.
Mhm.
But there are a couple guys that I have been won over just recent, like Lil TJ being one of them. His last album was really good, and before that, I was just like, oh, he's just one of these newer mumble rapper guys. Like I don't really listen to them a lot, like Polo G and him.
Yeah.
But Lil
I
TJ's
didn't get
last album is
into it.
really good.
I'll
I
get
Where
forgot
that.
I forgot he existed, not gonna lie.
who Lil TJ?
Yes.
Mm.
Even Polo G. I don't remember. He ain't dropped
It's
nothing
been
in a
dropped in
minute.
a while.
I haven't heard that name in like 4 years.
Literally. And
When he dropped the one with Inali
COVID.
Choppa and the
3-headed goat? Does this they have something like that?
that's a song, but it was the one that was
Oh, that's Lil
popping off.
Durk. That's Lil Durk. I'm
It was the
tripping.
one that was popping off on TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't know how it goes,
Yeah,
but
I
you can
think
go
that's the
Khalil.
one I know.
can go
the
Yeah.
TikTok one.
Khalil.
Everybody was loving Polo G because I'm not in Chicago. I'm in the suburbs of Chicago, but people love acting like we in the city. But
Mhm.
when Polo G was hot, couldn't escape it. Repost on the story, reposting the song on a story. Every single time he posts, they repost. I'm like, but hey,
There's just some of those artists that are like that, man, depending on where you come from.
yeah. But now Khalil.
Yes, I'm gonna get into my top 5 songs. Number one is "Sunshine" by Cleo Soul.
Mm.
She's an
Nice.
artist from the
Oh,
UK.
she's good, man.
She's really good.
She's really good.
I
My favorite
absolutely
by her is Promises.
same. It's on the same album as "Sunshine." So this whole album is flawless to me. But "Sunshine" was a song I used to listen in the morning on my way to work. I don't know why. It just felt like that song that I had to listen to every day to have a good day. So I'm really not surprised it was at my number one.
Mhm.
Number two is "Addicted" by none other than Georgia Smith.
Georgia.
Number
Queen.
three is a song that was sampled by an artist that I don't really like. I've mentioned this artist before.
I wonder
Hmm.
who
It's
is
my
it?
sister's
Is it
favorite artist,
Aubrey?
Aubrey.
Aubrey.
Exactly, Aubrey Graham. And the song's actually "X Factor" by Miss Lauryn Hill
Mm.
of the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Number four was quite surprising. I didn't think I listened to this song a lot this year, but it's "Everywhere" by Fleetwood Mac.
Banger.
And
Fleetwood
then
Mac.
number five,
Oh yeah, everywhere. Yes, I don't know.
mm,
My brain took so long to process that.
mhm. Number five was a, how can I call this? A family affair, let's say. It was two cousins. One of the cousins is a goat, actually the goat, and the
I,
other is a baby goat.
I know
So
the I know the song already.
I
it's
oh yeah.
there's two options mainly, I'd say, for the song. It's the most recent one. So "The Hillbillies"
I
by
knew it.
Team and
I
Kendrick Lamar.
I like that song
Nice.
quite a bit.
When they released it, so I think the first 2-3 days it was just on YouTube and not
Yeah.
on like Spotify.
Mhm.
So I was listening to it every day, like on YouTube on a loop at work. I was just putting like YouTube on my phone with my earphones, and I was just listening to it, then restarting the video, getting 5 ads in between, but then listening to the song again, then 5 ads, then listening to the song, and then so I think if you could count those YouTube plays as well,
It'd be like in third
it would
spot.
be so much higher. But yeah, that's my top five.
That's
That's
that was a
great. Top
banger.
five. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My top five is, I think it describes me well,
Hmm. Yeah.
especially the artist.
There's a lot of quality right there.
Mhm. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone told me that top five, I'd be like, "Yep,
Mhm.
Pitch Perfect." You know, because as a couple of those artists, I don't listen to, like, they're not one of my top ones because there's
Mhm.
just so many artists.
Yeah.
But when I do sit down and listen to them, like when Georgia dropped her latest album,
Yeah.
I was like, this shit is so good, you know. But she's not one of the ones that I listen to like a lot, like religiously.
Yeah.
But man, just like Lil Sims behind you, "Introvert" by Lil Sims is like was one of my
She's
top
fucking
listened to last year.
she's a legend. She needs to be appreciated more. She needs to
She's
be
top five.
loved more. She's one of the best rappers right now. I'm not gonna say female rappers because that
Hmm.
takes away from what
Yeah.
she's giving. Because she's not good because she's
Hmm.
a female rapper. She's good because she's a fucking amazing rapper, and that's it.
Yeah, like her, I would put her and Rhapsody in that. I
Mhm.
think Rhapsody's the goat.
Mhm.
So both of them definitely up there.
Yeah.
And No Name. Do you know who
Yeah.
No Name is?
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
up there too.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm naming when it comes to the female
Mhm.
rappers, naming the lyrical ones, not
Mhm.
Cardi B
Yeah.
Sexy
and
Red.
Megan Thee Stallion, like
Yeah.
because they have some of their songs are good, but they're
Mhm.
not like them. You
Yeah.
know, like those are the ones we're putting in the conversation with the guys. You
Yeah.
know,
Yes. Yeah.
because they're lyrical rappers.
Exactly. Lyrical geniuses.
Hmm.
Hmm. But now on to
Next
the
page. Yeah.
minutes listened. I
Hmm.
seen somebody make a tweet talking about if you got over 30K minutes listened, you need to do something else.
So I need to do something else.
No. You do not. I have 25,846 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
17 days nonstop. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
How many
Caleb?
you got?
How much do you have, Khalil?
43,368 minutes. That's 30 days nonstop.
40, 40,
43.
Can y'all guess mine?
57.
35.
Huh?
57.
No,
I said for 35,000.
no.
Is it
17.
It's higher.
higher than 35?
Yeah, or
Higher
higher
than
than 50.
57.
You say 100?
No. It's less than 100.
71.
Higher,
92,
lower,
85.
a little bit lower.
84.
How'd I say it? 81,499 minutes.
Dang.
That's 56 days nonstop. Bro, and they're
Got a fast clap for that one.
dude. See, look, like last year, mine was pretty high. Mine was probably, it may have been like maybe six. I think it was in the 60s or something. But I got Spotify late because I had Apple Music and then I went to Spotify,
Mhm.
and so my whole listening changed. Like the top people on Apple Music didn't end up being my top on Spotify. So it was just I didn't have a full year of listening. Same thing with podcast listening. But this year it was like a lot of listening. So I was trying to see how much minutes, and there was a lot of people that are like that is high. But
That
I
is
play it.
high.
I play music all the time, man. Anywhere I'm at, you know, when I'm at home, when I'm at work, when I'm in the shower, when I'm in the car, when I'm doing anything, I usually have music on.
You know, if I can add my minutes from my vinyl records, I would be higher. I don't
It's
think
crazy.
I would reach your number, but it would be like significantly higher than
Mm-hmm.
my number right
That's
now.
kinda
Because I
crazy.
do listen to a lot of physical music, let's say.
Like a real one.
Mm-hmm.
What? I have listened to 1,452 artists this year.
Also, it said top 2% worldwide, so that was pretty cool.
Dang. That is pretty cool.
80,000 to do that, I guess. How many artists you said?
1,452.
Very
Nice.
similar to me. What is yours, Khalil?
1,054.
Mine's 1,432.
Mhm.
Nice.
You know, I have a thing where I Shazam every single song that I have the slightest bit of interest in, but then I don't go then listen to that song after I Shazam it. So during the summer I had a whole 3-day process where I was going through music screenshots and Shazams for the past year, almost 2 years, and I'm just adding everything to my playlist and listening to them, and then I am backtracked again, sadly.
Yeah.
But that's where the 1,000 artists came from. Because I'm listening to.
Yeah. So who's your top artist?
I don't agree with my top artists at all, like at all.
Drizzy.
The thing is, I didn't even listen to Drake that much. I listened to for brother to throw up. I promise you, I only listened to For All My Dogs like maybe 3 times in full to get a full grasp. Is this as bad as people making it seem? I only went back to like maybe 5 songs maximum to actually replay. Realistically, one of them, the song with Yeet on it. How did you get here? How did you get to number 1 from one album?
I don't get no fuck.
Because exactly, if you want to be real, according to Last FM, that picture for Drake is hilarious. You can see who's my number 1. You see who's my number
That
1.
shit is funny. Oh god,
I
dude,
listened-
no, Drizzy was like rising on my because I have a Stats FM that shows you like your 6
Yeah.
months, your 4 weeks,
Yeah.
your all time shit like that, and Drizzy was like when this came out on that in the last 6 months, it was
Yeah.
top 5, and I was like, and at
That
first I
don't
was
make
like,
no
how, dude? Because I haven't been listening to Fat D that much,
Stop fighting.
but it's because I did go back to his older stuff.
Yeah,
And
I
was
did
like,
as
I was
well.
listening to Take Care and If You're Reading This Is Too Late, like a lot. And then I
Mhm.
made his playlist, and his playlist took me hours. So that was just collecting
Yeah.
while I was making his playlist. So that's why it was
Hmm.
so high. But I think that was a lot of people that he just kind of snuck up on
But
people.
you know, I have a conspiracy theory. Drake paid his way to get there, so everybody can be like, "Oh, look at Drake's in my top. What's the name? Top five, top artists."
If
Because
anyone's gonna do it, it's him.
literally, because I promise you, I did not listen to Drake that many times.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
like him, so I'm gonna agree with your conspiracy theory.
Dude, he's such an interesting guy because
It
I
is.
definitely don't love him as much as I used to. But
Easily my
after
favorite
he dropped
artist.
this album and I was going back to listen to him, I'm like, I can't deny that I like Drake. Like, I don't care. Like, if you think, like, I don't like a lot of his songs that people will call him pop on, like Hotline Bling or like One Dance. I don't listen to that shit. Like, my favorite by him is Star 67, and I'm sure a Drake hater's never heard that song.
That's one of my favorite songs. That might be my favorite song off
So,
that
Khalil,
album.
go listen to that song and you
And
won't
it
hate on
did
Drake
for me.
after that.
That, but bro,
Brand new Beretta. Can't
can't
wait to let it
let it
go.
go.
Woke up in my late, but like, where the
Where
check
did it
go?
go?
Yeah, said it. Wouldn't dab me with the
What the
left
left
hook.
foot,
Shut the
shut
fuck up.
That I need to go back to. I forgot
That's
all about
fire,
that,
bro.
bro.
That
But
that may be his best album. Like, Take Care, in my opinion, is his best. But when it
Mhm.
comes to strict rapping, if you're reading this too late, best.
yes, and Drake used to be my number one artist for like majority of my life. Not gonna lie, but I
Hmm.
can agree. In recent years, it's not the same. It's not.
And I'm older, so I've listened to Drake since like 2009. When I was 10, he
I
was up
was
there.
too.
He was one of the first rappers. Kid Cudi, Jay Z,
Mhm.
Kanye, Eminem. Those were the first guys, and Drake was right there. So people
No
were
way.
like, "Oh, he's just not good anymore." It's like I've been listening to this man for over a decade, so
Whew.
I don't really care what you have to say. But I do agree he has gone down in quality over the years for sure. But even like Certified Lover Boy, I'm a fan of that. I like Certified Lover Boy. No,
Mhm.
you're just a
I
hater.
wasn't a
But
fan
let's
of
move
it.
on. Let's move on.
I was
You
not.
know,
I didn't
I've
even
actually
realize.
watched Drake live in concert
Did
in
you like?
And you're acting this way.
2016. I went
Oh,
to a Drake concert in Madison Square Garden,
Hmm.
and I actually wore a Kendrick T-shirt with King Kendrick on the back.
mhm.
And then I posted like a picture on Instagram tagging Drake, saying, "I'm sorry, but Kendrick Lamar is still the king of rap."
Oh wow. He
And I
probably.
felt so cool at the time, like I'm calling Drake out on his bullshit.
Hey, knowing Drake, he probably saw it.
You, I have a friend who's
He
a massive.
knows.
I
Deep
have a
down, he
friend who's a
knows.
massive Drake fan, and in 2015 or 16, I believe, Chris Brown came to Lebanon, and at the time they had a like beef or something, and then she got like a huge cardboard cutout of Drake's face,
Oh wow.
and then Chris Brown wanted the security to remove the cardboard cutout before he went on stage because he didn't want to see Drake's face in the crowd. And then she posted, like, she had like a post on Twitter, like she tweeted about it, and it went viral. So he blocked her.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know why I
Hey,
remember
that's
this
pretty
story,
funny.
but Rana, shout out to you.
Hey, that's pretty funny.
Anyways, can you guess who my top artist is?
Cleo Soul.
No,
Is it?
Georgia Smith.
no.
Man, I feel like I don't remember.
You should know this.
Is it Kendrick?
It is.
Okay.
Oh,
K dot.
that's a lot of minutes.
Let's
Yeah,
go. How many minutes was it?
2,198. So I'm in the top 1%.
Nice.
And let me guess, your favorite song is
Obviously,
I'm dying of thirst.
no. Oh, my
Oh,
favorite song or my most listened to
the
song?
most
'Cause I
listened
get
to.
Oh no, the most listened to was the song that I got in the top 5.
Oh, the
Mm.
Hillbillies. Oh,
Yes.
that makes a lot more
Yeah.
What is
sense.
your favorite Kendrick
Instantly
song?
makes sense.
I'm curious to know what your favorite Kendrick song is.
Sing About Me and Dying First.
Okay.
I don't know
What's your
why.
favorite, Jalen?
My favorite song off the top of my head: 3, 2, 1, go. Brain fart. I can look it up real quick because in
For a second,
2020,
I was like, does he have
I
a
was
song
like,
Great
What?
fart.
Genuinely, I can't remember, but I got really into Kendrick in 2021, my freshman year of college. I went into a deep dive.
hmm Like Kendrick is one of those guys. Like anytime he drops an album, that becomes my personality for like months.
Yeah.
It definitely
Same
was
thing with
mine.
Mr. Morale, bro. Mr. Morale was top 5 album last year.
Mhm.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think I okay. But see, when it comes to Kendrick, I have major hot takes that a lot of people don't want to hear, especially Kendrick fans, man.
If
But I'm a Kendrick fan. I'm
Go
just not
ahead.
like I'm
Go
just
ahead.
not I'm just not like he's which I will put him in that conversation like he may be the best rapper ever.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna straight up say it, but
Mhm.
I'm definitely okay with that argument. Um
yeah.
no, I'm talking about his album ranking. But that's my personal. That's
Wait,
my
what?
personal.
I
I
want
had
to hear.
one
I
ear
want to hear.
out. What you said? You didn't say it, the controversial take yet?
No, I haven't.
I think I know it.
So if I'm what?
To Pimp a Butterfly is not a top tier album. Is that it?
No, I wouldn't say that, but I don't rank that high when it comes to like my personal Good Kid, Mad City is number one, and then
Yes.
I
Yeah.
have Mr. Morale at number two. I
Okay, I have
really
T-Pop
love
at
that
number
album.
two, but I'm fine. Like
Mhm,
to me, Kendrick albums are so interchangeable, and
mhm.
I feel it depends on your experience with the album more than the because we're getting a genius at work.
Yeah,
All of his albums to me are fucking amazing, and it's just the way you connect with the album that's gonna rank it properly for
but
you.
dude, the T-Pab fans though, like a lot of people think that's the best hip hop album ever. Like
When
a lot.
it was a big thing on
I think
Twitter.
Santana does.
And they'll like shit on you if you say that Good Kid,
Yeah,
Mad City is better or
yeah.
is your favorite. They're like, you don't know rap, and it's like what? But
Mm.
I have Damn at number four.
I enjoyed Damn a
Good
lot
Kid,
more
Mad City is my favorite hip hop album.
than I
So
expected.
Damn's overhated.
It definitely is.
which one?
Damn.
Oh yeah, it's overhated.
Darn. But to answer what my favorite Kendrick Lamar song is, for some strange reason, I don't have all the songs that I actually like in my
Mhm.
Kendrick Lamar likes,
Mm.
but this could be interchangeable. But for right now, I think Wesley's Theory, that was my stuff.
Has good one Thundercat in there.
Yep. If it's not my number one, I'd say definitely top five, if not top three. Definitely got to shout out Untitled 2,
Too shit.
June
Mm-hmm.
23rd, 2014. Eighth grade,
Mm-hmm.
core memories right there. Feel it in my
my
heart.
my favorite Kendrick song is The Recipe featuring
Yes,
Dr. Dre.
that's up there for me too.
That one is so slept on. When I tell that to people, they're like, "Really?" And I'm like,
Like, what you
"Yeah, I
mean,
love that
really?
song."
Yeah. The latter songs on Good Kid, Mad City are so underlooked.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's
The art of
like
peer pressure.
yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
I
think
like that a lot.
Poetic
there's like
Justice.
3, 4 songs that are like mainstream, and then the rest get forgotten.
No, literally.
Like Swimming Pools, Money Trees, Mad City,
Poetic Justice was a
Poetic Justice, and that's it.
huge hit.
Yeah. Because it
Backstreet
has
or Backseat
for
Freestyle.
All
Backseat
my
Freestyle,
life, I
exactly.
want money and power.
But I
No
feel like
die
the
for this
rest
child.
deserve
I
more
pray
recognition.
mine.
Definitely. I feel like the art of peer pressure, I put maybe in my top five.
Mhm.
Mm.
I liked it a lot. But I'm with the homies right now.
All right, can y'all guess my number one artist if y'all don't remember? Because
Ooh,
y'all may have seen my post, but
I did, but my
I
brain
did as well.
is not braining.
it's another goated rapper, at least in my opinion.
Freddie Gibbs.
Think about where I come from.
Oh, Texas. Teases is
Travis
not
Scott.
teaser touchdown. Travis Scott.
Travis.
Travis, right? Yeah. Is the brightness
Dude, why is it so bright, bro?
is the brightness down?
Yeah, it's Travis Scott.
Oh,
Okay.
You can see it a little better. Yeah. So Travis, it says that I'm in the. Okay, wait, man.
oh,
I'm a 0.5% fan or
Nice.
oh
0.5%, fan,
wow.
and then 3,225 minutes,
Nice.
Mm,
and then a lot of that's Utopia. Like pretty
Mhm.
much all of that, maybe Utopia.
that's actually pretty good. You know,
Yeah.
I used to not be a big Travis Scott fan throughout my whole entire life. Astro World really got me like, okay, I'm rocking with it.
That's my
But
favorite Travis Scott album.
Days Before the Rodeo used to be
That's fire.
yes.
Like if you're a Travis Scott fan, you know that.
Hmm.
But
I wouldn't
even
say I'm
Travis
Travis.
Scott fans, bro, they're toxic too, like the Kendrick fans.
Everyone's toxic.
If you don't think Rodeo is his best, and like you're
Yeah.
not a Travis fan, and I'm like, shut up, bro. Like I honestly I think Rodeo has highest of highs for Travis, but as a full album, it's very low for me. Like maybe last. Like I'm sorry. And
It's
like I
cool.
think it's also because I listened to Rodeo so much for so long. So Astroworld is probably my
Hmm.
second or third favorite hip hop album ever. And then I love Birds in the Trap. And then now
Mhm.
Utopia was my favorite album of the year. So
Yeah, I'm not a big
so
Travis Scott fan, but I do appreciate his music, but I just don't seek
Yeah.
him out. Like
It's understandable.
if there's a Travis Scott song, I listen to it, but I'm not gonna seek it out. You know?
Okay, I get that.
have you heard the Ends with Andre 3000?
No.
You should check that one out. That one that's Andre's giving like one of his best verses ever.
Andre is always giving one of his best verses ever.
Dude, Andre's verse on
With Full
James
Party.
Blake's album,
Okay.
Assume Form, dude, that album,
Mhm.
so good. James Blake's so good.
Medical Memphis.
All right, Jalen, your top five artists.
Number one, Drake. Number two, Yeet. Yeet was my most streamed artist of last year, by the way. Number three, Kid Cudi. I'm a big Kid Cudi fan.
I respect that
What?
hard, man. Love Kid Cudi.
Yes. Number four, Shitty Boys. Number five, Coldplay. I'm a Coldplay
Nice,
fan.
nice.
Hmm.
I wouldn't say I listen to them a ton now, but they have some great songs,
Mhm.
man. Iconic songs.
I think
Yes.
I know the mainstream ones, like
And it was
the
all
few-
yellow.
I actually sang the song today.
I don't even listen to that song realistically, but I always sing it
Yeah,
randomly.
yeah. Anytime the word yellow is mentioned, I'm
Yeah. That's my favorite song. Clocks is my favorite. People love to say Viva La Vida is their best song.
Oh hell no.
no,
I am a
that's too
Clocks
mainstream for
fan.
me.
That
Yeah.
is way too many. Like that song got
Like,
old
it's
real quick.
good,
It's a good song,
but
but
not
when
even
I
the
go
best on the
back to
album.
it, it's like one of those like I went to a water park growing up,
Mhm.
Splashtown, and that song got played all of the
I
time.
used to. Every time I think of it, I think about the Minecraft parody. Have you ever heard? I forgot
Dude,
the
I
words
paired
to
that
it.
song with the Pompeii song. You know that song? Hey,
Hey, hey,
oh,
oh,
hey, oh,
hey,
Hey,
hey. I
hey,
think of it that
hey,
too, and that song got
hey.
annoying too.
I rock Pompeii.
It's a
That
good
was like my
song,
fifth.
man.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
those were good when they came out, but now I hear them and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
it's nostalgic, but I'm like I've heard it a
Retrospectively,
million
they're
times
not good songs.
because they were on the radio a lot.
Mhm.
And the Mr. Peabody and Sherman trailer, if I remember correctly. I used to play the mess out of it. Was that on Peabody and Sherman? I used to hear it too many times, but
I don't know.
I was in fifth grade. I was a 10-year-old child. I was rocking with it.
I'll tell you right now, Jalen, I respect it because I respect you, but I am not a Yeet fan.
Hey, I
But
understand.
I like him on the Drake song though.
Yes,
That's
that's
my
also my most
probably
streamed Drake song.
yeah, that's probably the only song I really like him in. I just
Yeah,
it's just not my he's the Playboy Cardi-ish type group, you know. So
I don't even
I
I'm
know
not
get
who
into
he
that.
it.
is.
You say you know who Yeet is?
Have you heard that song? I don't
Pull up
give
a
no fuck.
chair.
I do whatever I
He
want.
didn't hear the album.
But you haven't heard it on TikTok? It was
Money
viral
for
like everywhere.
fun.
I'm not on TikTok. I'm too old for this. I'm joking.
Mm. Dude,
Please
honestly,
all
like
follow me on TikTok. KB
as
goes to the movies.
I'm not on TikTok that much either, man. I get on, I scroll for like 20 videos and then I'm off. Unless I'm posting, you know.
Yeah, usually I just
And
visit the accounts that I want to visit.
yeah, I'm
I check
following.
my friends usually just to check you guys and some other film content.
Hmm.
And there's like 4 sports accounts that I check, and then I go to sleep. That's my routine on
Yeah.
TikTok.
hmm All right, I guess I'll go next.
Yeah.
So at number one, I had Travis Scott.
hmm
At number two, I have Inhaler. At number three, I have Big X the Plug.
Hmm.
At number four, I have Lil Yachty.
hmm
And at number five, my most hated artist that I'm a fan of, and that is Machine Gun Kelly. I literally had someone post today. I posted my Spotify Wrapped, or it was yesterday, and I got one comment and it said MGK is wild. And I'm like, I'm an MGK fan, man. Like it's hard being a fan for him, but you know, I like his music, and I can understand if you don't like his rock because you think it's like generic and stuff, but you can't deny, and people in the industry won't deny that he helped bring pop punk back. I mean, he went number one on both of his last two albums, and I like pop punk, so and I like MGK, so like hearing that mesh, I really liked it. But I also think he's a good rapper, and I think a lot of people who don't like him have told me I don't listen to MGK, but I know he's a good rapper, and it's like, yeah, he is a good rapper. Like, and if you haven't listened to him, like go listen to Hotel Diablo. That's like some of his best rapping on there. Um, but yeah, I'm an MGK stan. I've seen him twice in concert.
Nice.
It is what it is. You hate him, that's fine. Whatever. I get so much shit all the time, so I can take it.
I think I just automatically hate him, like
Dang.
just because of like the whole beef with Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah.
But
Well, see, I converted a lot of my friends to him that
Mhm.
we were all Eminem fans, and I really became an MGK fan after the beef.
Mhm.
I stopped becoming an Eminem fan
Mhm.
because Eminem was trending downwards in shitty music, and MGK was still at his top, like rapping. And I just thought, this dude dissed the hell out of this guy, like out of one of the goats. So I respected him, and then I started really getting his music, and I'm like, this guy is not bad. Like no one said MGK was bad until he dropped that diss. Yeah, I
Right.
didn't see any MGK hate. He wasn't being talked about that much. So
One of
now
his
it's
songs
like,
was actually one of my favorite songs growing up,
what song was that?
Invincible.
Oh, that one's good.
You know what
The first
mine
time I
is?
heard it was, I think, at WrestleMania, one of the WrestleManias.
Mm.
It was John Cena's. Was it John Cena or The Rock? No, I think it was John Cena's entrance
Mm.
performance, and then Florida was performing for The Rock. So that was the first time I heard that song, and then for the next 2 years, I was listening to this song like every day.
Mm.
But then after
Gee.
that, I just forgot about him until the beef with Eminem. And I was
Mhm.
like, you know what? Like, I love Eminem. I don't know who this guy is. Like, I've heard one song from him. I liked it, but Eminem has a whole catalog of songs that I like. So I'm just going
Yeah.
to automatically side with
Yeah.
him. And that was it.
Yeah, realistically, when that beef happened, I'm like, Machine Gun Kelly, I know who this is. But what has he done since Wild Boy dropped? That's the only thing I knew from MGK.
I'm gonna tell you right now, and a lot of people I know who aren't MGK fans will say Lace Up is his best album, and I think they're insane because they haven't listened to anything after Lace Up. Like Wild Boy, I used to think that too. I was like, man, he's the guy that made Wild Boy. Dude, Wild Boy is not even a top 30 song by
Dang.
MGK. Like not even. Like that song is that I don't listen to that song ever, and I'm a big MGK fan. Like unless I'm like at a party or something, that shit comes on,
Yeah.
I'll go wild to it. But like in my car, like in my earbuds when I'm just listening to MGK, I don't listen to that. So I'll send y'all some songs to check out. But you were saying that you have a favorite by him, Jalen?
Oh no, I was going to mention that song. That's the one
Oh,
song I
Wild
know.
Boy. Okay.
That's the first because the first time I heard, it, I'm like, dang, this kind of hard. Because at the time I was like 9
Yeah, I was like
when that song came out,
I was like a sixth grader.
and I was like, this
I'm
is
a
kind of hard.
wild
And then when
boy.
Waka Flocka
Yeah,
on it
Waka
too,
Flocka, Waka Flocka.
yeah, back on that bullshit.
Bro, and I loved Waka Flocka, bro. Groove Street.
Round
Yeah,
of
dude.
applause.
Yeah, I don't know,
Tell me
bro. I
about it.
just like those era of those rappers. I don't hate on a lot. It's the newer guys that I hate on. That I'm like, I just don't like your
Right,
music.
I understand because like with the Opium Boys, Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, and all them, I used to be like, I'm becoming a new fan now. A
And that's
little bit, but
and that's what people understand is they say Eminem bullied MGK to rock. It's like, you know how many Warp tours he's been on, how many tours he went on with Linkin Park and freaking who else? Like other rock bands that he's cool with. It's like you're dumb.
Speaking of rock bands, today I bought a ticket for a Green Day concert in June. And I'm really excited.
Nice. Green Day's goated.
Yeah.
All right, we move on.
Just one last comment about the Eminem and MGK beef. I just remembered that when it first started happening, I thought MGK was Yellow Wolf. Like I thought it was
funny.
some kind of scripted WWE.
That is funny.
But then, like I read into it and figured out, no, it's a different person.
Yeah, because Yellow Wolf is friends with Eminem, but he's also
Yeah,
friends
exactly.
with
So I thought it
MGK.
was maybe like kind of those WWE scripted beefs between like the
And it
dad
all
and the son, and
Yellow Wolf said that he was trying to get both of them on a song, and that's when
Mm.
he found out from Eminem that he didn't mess with him. And then shortly after, he said, "Rap Devil dropped," or he dropped Kamikaze, and then Rap Devil was dropped. And I know like all of Rap Devil. I know like a
Mm.
little bit of Killshot. I didn't listen to that shit.
Only thing I remember from Rap Devil is his beard is weird.
Somebody grabbing the clippers. His fucking beard's weird. And a
I
lot
made
of
a
people hated
meme.
on that, but it's like the Eminem fans were hating on that. And they're like, "That's
it's
weak."
the
And it's
same
like,
line as the man bun and the
it's like
gun.
it's like that's one of Eminem's lines that he's referring to Eminem Stan, so you don't know shit.
Tell him.
He said that in, like the Marshall Mathers album or something. He's like beard is weird. So like and then Eminem went back to it. Beard is weird. I don't know. I still like songs from Eminem. Mockingbird's my favorite song by him. But I just you won't catch me listening to him a lot because
Yeah.
he fell off. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Can I get into my top five?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you this year's top five with last year's top five just to compare.
Mhm.
So last year my number one was Kendrick Lamar. This year my number one is Kendrick Lamar.
Mhm.
Last year my number two was Alicia Keys. This year it's Florence and the Machine.
Mhm.
Nice.
Last year my number three was Florence and the Machine, and this year it's Alicia Keys.
Oh wow.
Last year my number four was Lauryn Hill, and this year it's J. Cole. And then last year's number five was J. Cole, and this year's number five is
Lauren Hill.
Lauren Hill. Okay.
so it's the same top five, just a bit switched between last year and first year.
That's
I
a
don't know,
great
it's
top
quite
five.
boring because
No controversial people in there.
like it's the same five artists from last year.
Just
But I think towards the latter part of this year, I was listening to more Sims, more Georgia, more Cleo Soul, more internet. So it might change. So if you take, let's say, from the middle of this year to the middle of next year, so like the stats I can see on Stats FM, you could see the difference. But like the whole year, it's just boring to me because it's the same type of as
You know what we should do? And a lot of people do. We should start a playlist together on Spotify because we could do that, and we can add some songs that we want to put on to each other. Definitely, some of the people I've been naming, y'all would listen to, and y'all probably
Yeah.
like. So
But I like that you mentioned last year's because look what I found.
ooh,
Last year, number one Yeet, number two Kate Bush.
Ooh,
Kate Bush had a big boom due to Stranger Things.
yeah.
I was ahead of the game 6 months early. I found her at the very, very beginning of the year in January, and I'm like, this Mama's the Mia. I was rocking with it, and literally my top five is literally all her songs except for "Outside" by Yeet. But number three I had Future, number four Coldplay, number five a group called Wolf Alice. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but
no,
Wolf
okay,
Alice.
Wolf Alice is good, bro.
Blue Weekend was my favorite album of 2021. Very
Nice.
controversial take. Very controversial, but
Dude, that was a good album, man. Like Lipstick on the Glass. I
yeah,
listened to that song religiously.
I'll take you back, and I know it seems surprising.
Dude, Khalil, you would like them, man.
No, you would definitely.
love
Okay,
them.
so we're
Dude.
definitely making a playlist together.
Don't Delete the Kisses. Oh,
Yes.
that was from their album Pass, but
I
Yeah, dude,
definitely
they're
need to
great.
listen to all of these.
Definitely. You'll be a changed man.
you know what was funny?
The
Last
Blush.
year in 2022, my number 2 song was Surround Sound. That's going crazy right
Oh
now.
wow.
JID.
I never would have expected that song to go viral right now.
Put
Like
the fucking back up.
with
put
the
that
trend
fucking
that it is
pound
at
down.
that.
Mhm.
With the
JID
trend
is
that
one of
it
my
is.
favorite artists, so
Yeah, he's really good.
I think he's one of the best rappers, if not currently in their prime, is what I'm saying. Is JID.
I get
Oh,
Because
valid.
the other guys we're naming are not in their prime. They're just still good,
that. Yeah, I get that.
Okay, like he's on the
Kendrick's-
podium. He's on
Kendrick-
the podium.
Kendrick, Cole, Drake, all of them, they're not in their prime still. They're elongating it, and they're still like they have longevity. They're like LeBron, but they're not in their prime like
Okay,
Kobe
okay,
years and
fair
JID
enough.
in it.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I'll accept that.
JID and Freddie Gibbs are in their bag right now.
You know, the sample on that song, I think I've listened to like the original song and another song that also samples the same sample.
Wasn't it
What was it
Most
called?
Def?
That's Not Booty. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I I think I think it's in my top 100 songs of this year.
Nice.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Most Def is a goat.
Hmm.
Like Black Star is one of my favorite duos, man.
Yeah.
Fire.
Did you
All
get
right.
any specialized messages from? Oh, you still didn't?
I
Did you
did.
finish your top
Top
five
five?
from last year?
Oh, I did, but I was gonna say my favorite Kate Bush, not Kate Bush. My favorite Wolf Alice song is called "Blush" from their
Hmm.
Blush EP, and it was my most streamed song of 2021.
One of my
Nice.
favorite albums is called Blush.
Look at
Ooh.
that, the parallel.
Maya.
Maya,
Man, I love Maya.
my friend Maya. I had a
Generous
picture with
heart.
her. I saw her mother,
Hmm.
and her mother didn't accept to take a picture with me,
Hmm.
but it's fine. Her
Does she-
mother is Uma Thurman, by the way.
Oh, I know.
No, for anyone listening, and
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you said
But
Maya, I did not expect Maya Hawk.
yeah,
I
she's a
didn't
good
know.
artist.
the one and only Maya Hawke. She's a great actress. She's a great singer. She's a great model. I've been seeing her face everywhere on the street. She's Prada's new face.
Hmm.
So she's all over Milano, literally all over. Like wherever I go, bus stops, buildings, billboards, she's there. I'm loving it.
Look at that. The
You
next
have anything
things.
else?
Oh, for the top five, I am done.
Hmm. I'm done as well.
So the only thing I have left, I have podcasts that
Oh,
I want
wait.
to shout out.
He asked if we had a specialized message.
Oh, are you talking
Okay.
about from the artist?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got a couple.
I only
I
got one.
got one from Alicia Keys, one from Anderson Park, and one from Logic.
Nice. I got one from Inhaler, Kenny Hoopla, Cautious Clay, Pale Waves, and or I said Inhaler. And I feel like there was like two other artists. Oh, Greta Van Fleet, and then
Mhm.
like someone else. So I got a couple. I got more than I thought.
I only
But the
got
main one I got, because you have to go to something else to see
Yeah,
like
to see the
multiple.
rest.
But
Yeah.
the one that they showed on the slide was Inhaler because they were one
Yeah.
of my high ones. But
Mine was Alicia as well, because it was in my top five.
nice.
Well, now that y'all mentioned, you had to swipe off. I don't know if I got more, but I only got one from Coldplay.
Mm.
Because I'm gonna be real, I don't think Yeet is giving no specialized
Yeah.
message. So
It's
maybe I
just
did
them
only
saying I don't get no food.
literally. Well, yeah, podcast time.
Podcast time. Yeah. So I listened to a lot. I was curious to see how this was going to play out because at different times I was listening to one more, which they're all pretty consistent, but it depends on how much they're dropping.
Mhm.
Can I just
And
say one thing before?
yeah.
My number one podcast was the Filmtastic4 Podcast.
Yeah.
I think it's the best podcast of all time. If you haven't listened to this podcast, then you do not exist because you're listening to it right now. It's the best podcast of all time. Thank you. Good
We cut it right now, actually.
night.
So my number one, of course, Raiders of the Lost podcast.
I figured.
They're my guys. I
figured.
listened to 13,099 minutes, and I'm a 0.5% fan.
Oh wow.
Then number two, the Real Talk podcast.
Mhm.
I listen to them a lot. They're great. A bunch of really great TikTokers that
Yes.
are one of the main reasons why I wanted to start a podcast. Then streaming things. Have y'all seen the guy on Twitter and on TikTok? Movies are therapy, and he wears the A24 hat.
Yep.
Yes.
So that's his podcast.
Okay.
They're really great.
Yeah.
They're doing uh, a Lost podcast right now, and I've been watching Lost with them, so that was fun. And they dropped a Mean Girls episode today, so that was fun.
Nice.
Then my number four is the Extra Credits podcast. Uh, Kelsey and man, I'm blinking on. Oh, Trey and Kelsey. They break down movies like I would say they like to. They're very specific when it comes to movies. They talk about the politics and the moral messaging that these movies give, and they critique them. Like they had really big critiques on Oppenheimer and Killers of the Flower Moon and stuff like that. So they're really good listen to. I don't agree with everything they say, but they're very intellectual and they know what they're talking about because
That's nice not to agree with everything
hmm
they say. Because it
yeah.
challenges your.
Because I'm listening to them and I understand their why they feel the ways they do. Because they gave Oppenheimer like a 3.5. I gave it a 5.
Dang.
So
Oh,
yeah,
3.5. That ain't that bad.
yeah.
I originally gave it that score when I was there half sleep.
And then number 5 is House of Cinema. So that's Sydney Volpe,
Mhm. Yeah.
Cinema Joe,
Yeah.
and Clara Curtis. So I listen to them a lot. So yeah, and there was a couple that I was wondering if they'd make it on there. There's Blake's Takes. They're big on TikTok. It's him and his brother Garrett. And then I listened to Hacker Slash. I thought maybe they get on there. And then last year I had 24 minutes of A24.
Yeah, I
But
was gonna ask you about that because
they drop shorter episodes
yeah.
usually.
24
And
minutes.
sometimes I don't watch them all because I haven't seen the A24 movies they drop. Like
Yeah.
they just dropped one on Dream Scenario and I haven't seen that.
I might see that.
So it depends.
Yeah, we
I
need
want to
to.
see it. I want to see it soon. But yeah, so that's my top 5 podcasts. I was really happy with the top 5 on there. I wish there could have been more on there because I listened to quite a few, but that makes sense. I listen to pretty much all of them like every week daily. So
Is the minutes for the podcasts included in your 81,000
That's what I
minutes?
was thinking.
no, because I listened to 40,999
Okay.
minutes of podcast.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
So with that combined, that's over 1,000 or 100,000 minutes.
That's kind of crazy.
hmm
But for me, my number one podcast is my boy Tudor Reviews, Romero Tudor. Shout out to him.
Mhm.
I listened to 837 minutes, and I'm a top 3% fan.
Mhm.
That means somebody's listening
Right.
more than me. Don't do it again. But I haven't really gotten the podcast until literally this year. He's the first podcast that I actually listen to in the car driving. At one point, I was genuinely tired of listening to music, so I listen to his podcast instead. And I'm like, okay, I'm rocking with it. But the other podcast that didn't make it, but I still listen to. Shout out to Filmtastic4, of course, you know. But Real for Real podcast, I showed you on the group chat. The dude who was a part of it.
Yeah.
They got some cool
Mhm.
stuff. I was listening to the Killer episode yesterday. Shout out to my boy Kevin. Also, Brothers in Armchairs, Film
Nice name.
so- Film Somniacs, Movies After Dark, and then Masters of Matinee. All the film talkers, don't if you don't know them, get to know them. Check them out.
hmm Yeah, go listen to all the ones I named. You haven't listened to them.
I listen to the Filmtastic4 podcast.
I mean, I was there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I know. And in Khalil, you were like, you'll have a number one. I still don't think we would be my number one, just because.
you kind of record it yourself for one.
Well, and sometimes I may listen on YouTube or I may listen on Spotify. It
Yeah.
just depends. And it's like Raiders, they're dropping 3 to 4 episodes every week. You
I
know,
was going to say every day. I was going to say
no, not every day.
every day.
Almost every day. They drop Monday, Wednesday,
Oh wow,
Thursday, Friday, including Patreon. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
they not playing around.
So they're like biggest day off, I guess, is Tuesday.
They gotta like have stuff to stack.
Yeah, Monday and Wednesday are main episodes.
Yeah.
Friday is Letterboxd recap. Saturday is a bonus episode, usually 2 bonus episodes, and then Sunday is movie news. So
It's pretty cool.
they drop a lot, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, I
But-
think I don't listen to podcasts that much. Like the reason is the content I would usually get from a podcast, I get it from YouTube. I spend a lot of time on YouTube. So I guess all that content I already get it visually.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's the reason why I don't listen to any podcasts.
I used to be the same way. I mean, I always prefer visual. Like even if it's a podcast, I like seeing the people talk. I like seeing their expressions and stuff. But I've gotten used to if I can't, then that's fine. Just have an earbud in and I'm off doing whatever I'm doing.
Actually, I do like know what my number one podcast is. There's one podcast that I've been watching religiously for the past 2 years, and it's the Do Not Worry podcast by Anthony Sargon. He's a Lebanese podcaster, and I just want to shout him out. He's one of the reasons I was able to actually do this with you guys. Like seeing him on a podcast is what drove me into wanting to be part of a podcast. So shout out to you, Anthony.
Big shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
But the last section of the Spotify rap, did you guys get like a card that described your taste?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I got Alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
I say listening is your laboratory. You create your own playlist more than listeners do. Nice work, Doc.
Nice.
Got a little graphic going on.
Yeah.
Mine's Time Traveler. Have we met before? You travel back in time and listen to songs on repeat again and again. The best tracks never get old. It looks like that.
Nice.
Yeah, look cool.
Mine is Collector. Your taste is sublime. You listen mostly to your own playlists, and we totally get why. They're perfect after all.
I listen to my own playlist. I don't listen to radio.
If says that about my playlists, then it must be true.
Yeah.
Wait, is it a thing that people don't listen to their own playlists?
A lot of people don't. A lot of my friends, they don't make their own, man. A lot of them listen to mine.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
A lot of people listen to my playlist.
I do know a lot of people
I'm a playlist guy.
Go on their likes and just listen from their likes, or they make one humongous playlist.
Yeah.
I have to make individual, one artist, one for a whole artist, or if there's a thing that I do, a series that I do like every year or every semester in school, while my music taste is changing. I call it the DS. It's a saga that's been going on since like my freshman year. Originally, it was called Downloaded Songs because my school had terrible Wi-Fi, and I just had the essentials in the playlist. But now just shortening it to DS and making it my essentials for that time period, like that year, that semester, or something like that. So now on DS8, there's a lot of rock going on.
Nice.
Wonder what's gonna be in DS9. I feel like that is something. DS9.
Future, no?
That's DS2.
DS2.
Oh.
And that's one of my favorite albums, by the way.
What's DS9
album?
The DS9 sounds familiar, doesn't it?
That was like peak Future right there.
DS9.
DS9.
Why should it be like an abbreviation for a movie?
District 9.
Deep Space Nine. Oh my god.
It's what?
You said Deep Space Nine. Star Trek.
Oh my god. How did it take me that much time?
Trekkie fan? Question mark?
I'm the biggest Trekkie on the spot.
I think the Trekkies are gonna take your card back.
Stop! You shall not pass.
I need to show you something.
Now he gotta rep his set. Now you gotta be like, yay.
Stop, Trek police.
He did not come to play.
Hey,
That's
nice.
Made by yours truly.
We have an artist here.
That looks cool, man.
Wait, I need to show you the rest.
I thought he was about to pull out a box set, not gonna lie.
He's gonna pull out Patrick Stewart.
Oh my.
So, do you recognize this?
Is that Tatooine?
It is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and finally.
Now this one is not. Oh, Midsommar.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking too.
At first, I'm like, it looks like a path that's glitched. But I'm like,
I try to make it as minimalistic as possible.
Yeah, I get that. The colors really gave it away.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Thanks.
Let's call it the May Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Not
I
the
said,
Queen
remember
May.
when I said Queen May?
Not the Queen May.
I was stressing, bro. If I wasn't under stress, I would have said May Queen. I don't know why I said Queen May.
I almost said Mother Queen, but I decided to be quiet.
It's not like I was talking about Marissa Tomei.
Hmm.
Queen May.
Queen May.
Not Aunt May. Queen May.
Queen May.
And at
She
first,
is a
I thought
queen.
you were saying Queen Maeve.
Oh, Queen Maeve. Another queen.
Queen May, as in Tomei. That was a very lame joke. I'm sorry. Sorry to all our listeners.
All right, y'all want to wrap it up?
Yep.
Yes. But not gonna lie, this lasted a lot longer than I expected, but I'm not mad at it. I ain't
Yeah.
mad at it.
It was longer than the
Kind
other
of just
one.
vibing, bro. I feel
It
like
definitely was longer than that.
I really wanted to get the music talk out because, like,
Yeah.
I love music almost as much as movies. Like,
Yes.
currently in my life, I'd have movies a little bit higher, but
Mhm.
like, music has always been a part of my life. So.
I can tell 80,000 minutes.
Yeah.
I almost fell in the back of my chair. But this has been a great episode once again. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to follow us on all socials, as you can see tagged down there. In the description, Spotify's will be there. We will make that playlist. We
Mhm.
will build a community.
Y'all can listen to it
Yes.
and let us know what artist made on your Spotify Wrapped.
Mm-hmm.
Or Apple Music.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Actually,
Okay.
don't. If you use Apple Music, we don't want to be associated with
no,
you.
Apple Music's fine, but if you're listening on Tidal, then just keep on going.
Does that still exist?
Yes. I have a friend who uses Tidal.
Supposedly, man.
I have like 2 friends who use Tidal.
I know people are still using Pandora. What are you doing?
I forgot that existed.
Dude, way back in the day, I was listening to Pandora and like iHeartRadio and
Yes.
stuff like that.
I
but
stayed on Pandora. In 6th
Apple
grade.
Music, I've been doing the Apple Music since high school, and then I converted to Spotify like 2 years ago.
You joined the good side, the winning side.
Elitists.
When I saw that you could do canvases on there, it's like, oh, I gotta.
Hmm.
Also, it was really fun. It took a while, but it was really fun, like starting completely over because music taste does change. And I
Yeah.
had so many artists, albums, songs in my Apple Music library, even way more than I have right now on Spotify. And I was just like, I'm able to clear a lot of this out. Like the artists I don't listen to anymore, like Famous Dex and Rich the Kid,
Oh
and
my
stuff
God.
like that. You know,
I get a drift from my wallet.
I still like some Rich the Kid, but not Famous Dex. I don't. Nah, okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah, guys, it was fun. It was good to talk about music instead of movies.
Yes.
We'll definitely try to sprinkle this in more that's non-movies because it's fun just kind of venturing out. Maybe we get other listeners that like to hear other things. But
Mm-hmm.
see you next time.
Filmtastic4.
Oh,
But yeah, thanks for watching.
peace.
Live long and prosper. Since
Yes. I have not seen a single movie.
DS9, Deep Space Nine, Live long and prosper.